Strange, isn't it, when you think about it with Harry and Meghan? They do like to keep themselves in the media spotlight, no matter what, particularly Meghan, who obviously now sees the coronation coming up and thinking, well, where could she get some attention from? We've got that award to look forward to, of course, about a week afterwards, but until then we have to make do with this. As ever, though, it appears that Miss Markle is less than happy, and indeed so much so, she sent out her hench people to deal with the people that don't agree. Once again, as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. As ever, thank you so much for joining me. Lovely to have your company. Weren't those pictures of Prince Louis absolutely brilliant? What a good-looking boy he's going to become, don't you think? A real star in the family as well. A lot of people couldn't decide who he looked the most like. I'll just pitch in here and say I think he's a dead ringer for Catherine's father, Michael. They're almost the same people, and I think if somebody found a picture of him at that age, I would be proven right. What do you think? Do let me know in the comments below. Did you like seeing them? Wasn't it a nice treat? And wasn't it refreshing as well to find out that they're not put out by sharing pictures of their children, unlike, of course, Harry and Meghan, who are once again allegedly on the warpath. Now, what's interesting here, and I often say this on the show, don't I, is that, it's always about things that have upset them. There's never any positivity. And as we found out over the weekend, well, apparently, Meghan had written to King Charles to explain what she thought her actions were regarding the Oprah Winfrey interview. All very strange. And then he'd responded back, and you get the picture, I mean, how gracious of him, if that is correct. So far, the palace are not actually confirming or denying, in fact, that the king did, in fact, respond back to that. But, we have to take someone's word for it at this point. What is interesting, though, is a very good source tells me this, that Meghan, as we know, loves letter writing, so much so, she wrote an open letter to her father that then was subsequently printed, but she wrote it, allegedly, in mind with the fact that it could be leaked. Well, according to that very good source, it looks like Meghan also wrote to both Prince William and the Princess of Wales, Catherine, following the Oprah Winfrey interview. Strange, isn't it? If a psychotherapist was to analyse that, it's like, here's the background to why I said this, here's the background to why I said that. As ever, we have to say allegedly. Now, we're not sure, really, at all, if there was any correspondence back. I would surmise the case would be simply not. But clearly, when you look at the behaviour of situations like this, it's all about making sure that things are doctored down and, more importantly, put in the light that they've said before that their narrative wishes to be. Now, I don't really understand Meghan's idea, really, for writing, say, to the King, or indeed the Prince and Princess of Wales. What did she hope to receive? Oh, sorry, totally understand. You trashed us on the worldwide stage. Of course we understand. Pop in next time for tea. And of course, anything that Catherine and William would respond to, whether that be a text, a phone call, a letter, whatever, as we saw in that Netflix documentary, was held up. Obviously, as I told you many times before, the privacy laws prevail from that being screened. So how do we know how true that was? Once again, always shrouded in mystery. But the bottom line is, it appears that Meghan tried to, in her mind at least, make amends for the wrongdoings that had occurred, not by her, some might say, but simply by the Oprah Winfrey interview. And she had a spate of letter writing. But as her people have said, this is many years down the line and she's busy getting on with her life. Amazing, though, to think, isn't it, that this particular letter, this particular information was once again leaked to United Kingdom broadsheets. And for that, you do have to wonder, who could have possibly let that out? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.